they cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pull it up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo de Gallo? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's no, I done got it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Prescott. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
Third and goal.
Prescott yet again. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
7, Vikings, nothing. Austin Seibert.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Prescott from the gun. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Ingram holds it in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Prescott's pass incomplete from the contact. It's now 4th down.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Seibert's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them. And he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun, Wagner. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down. Wagner. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wagner. And that is incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, Wagner. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
13 yards.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. From the gun, Wagner. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 36-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wagner. This is Hamler on the receiving end.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Wagner, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, Wagner. Going left side here, and it's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Prescott on first down. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Prescott now on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23. First down, Prescott. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
At the 6-yard line.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Cowboys 24.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number 1, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one. And you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, the first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
18 Cardinal. Watch the screen. Mike, 55. 19 tight. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
On first down, Wagner. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It's a loss of 4 on what ought to be the final act of this first half.
It's second down.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5. Going right back to Akers. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
38-yard line. An 8-yard pickup.
Off the play fake. Wagner sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
Here's second and a yard.
Ready?
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 2, Wagner eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll buy some time right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
I'm here all day. Mike, 3. Let's go, Heavy. 60 Bobcat. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wagner. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Single. Turn up. I got number 15. Right in. Watch left. Tight end to the left.
On 4th down, Wagner. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
46. 50, Mike's 50.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. The
Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
At the 46-yard line.
On the ground, McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Now Prescott. Finding Ayuk, middle of the field. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. The Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now a run with McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line. That's the end.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wagner. Looking underneath. He's got Akers. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So that's going to push him back half the distance. Operating from the gun, Wagner. Flush to his right. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw on 2nd down, Wagner. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 12.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, Wagner. They'll roll him out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First 25 yards that time. This is McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go, line 50, line 50. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Prescott to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. Seibert able to knock this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 3 here this game and 17 now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The tackle made.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Tight end right. Even. 4th down. Even.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Vikings.
Off play action. Wagner. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Alford, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And in Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Alford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
57, 47. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing here, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
3-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run this with Akers. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.